Hello everyone and welcome in this History Police video. I have to say, it's obviously November. I made a video on what if the Gunpowder plot had succeeded. So if you haven't watched this one, please do. But also I think it's quite important to reflect on what actually happened in the Gunpowder plot. And I thought about it and I thought that instead of just making a video of what happened, I should probably review a great mini series, a great mini drama that is called Gunpowder Plot with Kit Harington for the BBC and HBO. This series really moved me because it really tried to make people understand that it was not just one crazy man or a bunch of crazy men, if you see what I mean. It was actually something that was bubbling under the surface for so many decades, and then it came out. It came out because of the injustice that many Catholics faced at the end of Elizabeth I's reign and the beginning of James I of England's reign, and they could no longer take it, and they really wanted to have their rights respected. And in a way, it was a coup d'etat, as I said in my other video. It was not for a change of regime. I believe that, it was not about Republican ideals. It was still about monarchy. But there was a change of mentality and there was a desire to maybe put back England into Catholicism. That's something we can definitely agree on. It is a Catholic plot at the end of the day. And so I thought this drama, a review of this drama, the acting is absolutely superb. I don't know if you've watched the Gunpowder Plot series. Please do. It is absolutely stunning. Some scenes are shocking, so there's maybe like some warning here in terms of the content. It can be very triggering. It's very violent. Not sure that we needed all the scenes to be that violent. There was lots of controversy at the time when the show was on, and I can understand why, because sometimes you really want to explain to people how hard it was, but I don't think that just pure violence and blood and everything and showing trauma is going to help people really relate to the people of the past. But maybe it's something we can discuss. It's something you might disagree with me. I'm okay with it, but I just think that the show overall is really well done. So we're going to review a bit of the trailer and some of their scenes, and I'm going to tell you what I think and what I really like and sometimes a bit dislike about this show. What I love, and I have to say right away, is that we start in 1603. And so it's 2 years before the Gunpowder Plot. And it's basically when Elizabeth I died and when James I of England is going to become King of England.
My sister was crushed like a seed. My brother butchered. They will be revenged. I am Robert Catesby. My purpose is to kill the King of England.
Alright, so here we have it. We have my sister was crushed like seed, and that's the type of violence scene that we can see. My brother was butchered, I'm Robert Catesby, and my goal, my aim is to kill the King of England. Here, I do understand why they're doing this. They need to simplify it. And to, to have the drama, to kill King of England. But there's so much more to Robert Catesby and his story. And so it's a bit, when you watch the show, you obviously have to remember that though it's historical fiction, it's still very much fiction, and you have to get the audience being interested and wanting to know more. And I think that's exactly what they're trying to do here with that type of line. And I think it's a bit reductive, if I'm honest.
Need to raise an army.
We mean to lead the Catholics of England out of their oppression.
I have to say, I really, really, really don't like how James is portrayed in this show. A feeble man, the way he's sitting on his chair. But I guess, you need to have a kind of a villain to make this work. And the villains are not the people who are doing the Gunpowder Plot. You're really trying here to look at their point of view. So you have the mention of Guy Fawkes, because Guy Fawkes' name is so intertwined with the story of Gunpowder Plot, but he's definitely not the mastermind of it, which is so funny that we remember him. We call it Guy Fawkes Night, and really it should have been Robert Gatsby Night, because he's the mastermind, well, one of the masterminds behind the whole plot. But he's the one who agreed to go there, and he's the one like who was maybe not the brightest, if you see what I mean. And so he was the one, you know, who was supposed to set up everything and to blow it up. Obviously massive failure. But, you know, I just think that in many ways it's interesting that we have like the characters here. So you start with Robert Catesby, so it shows you like, you know, that's going to be the main character. That's, you know, that's the mastermind. Hopefully you understand that. Then you have Guy Fawkes to make people relate to Gunpowder Plot. But James is absolutely ridiculous. You have his advisors as well, who are also very annoying. But, I mean, in terms of acting, they're all doing their jobs really, really well.
First time in my life, my purpose is clear, and my heart is full.
So you see, like, you have the hero who said, like, his purpose is clear. You have the king, who is the big villain to take down, really, because he's oppressing a huge community of his country. So in many ways, the trailer is well done, and it, you know, it promises what it promises. You know, but obviously it's very simplified, and I do wish that it really made people to want to know more actually about what happened to the Gunpowder Plotters. And I hope it does for you, because this TV show really does that. For me, for example, I really wanted to know more, and it really got me into get into the details of the story of the Gunpowder Plot. Now that we've talked about the trailer to see that there was actually another mastermind, that Guy Fawkes is not the mastermind of the Gunpowder Plot, I think it would be interesting to see like a few scenes of the miniseries and to discuss them. Obviously here, you know, I've chosen some. I really advise you to watch the 3 episodes, because, you know, I can't cover all of them, unfortunately. But I hope that this History Police review video will make you want to watch the whole miniseries, because it's actually a really brilliant one, if you can bear the very violent scene. This is a very interesting scene here. It's when Robert Gatsby is taken to the judge, local judge, for not attending church, the parish church, like the normal Church of England, and he and some of his men who followed him are going to have to pay a fee. And what I really like here is that it gives you again a glimpse of why the Catholics were kind of persecuted and felt oppressed.
Welcome again before us, Catesby. Are you so addicted to these sessions?
I'm addicted to the truth, sir.
That is a brilliant line, you know, I'm addicted to the truth, so meaning, you know, your church and your gospel, and it's not the truth. That's why I don't go to your kind of stupid, you know, church session, and I'd rather have a private mass, a private Catholic mass. It really shows you how religion and politics were intertwined as well, especially in the rest of that scene.
You stand indicted for being absent from your parish churches for 40 Sundays.
£5 at the time is a huge amount of money, so it's a huge fine here, and he's going to defend this. He's going to be like, this is too much, it is not the law. And you can see how the local magistrates, the local judges, the local judge here replied, you know, I make the law, I do whatever I want, I have the power to increase or decrease that fine. And you see here in the eyes of Robert Gatsby the injustice that he felt, like, not only you're not following the law, but you're preventing us to follow our conscience, you know. And I like this scene for this, because it really shows you the struggle here and desire for being treated, you know, as a normal citizen, and they don't get this. And you can see how, you know, it's going to get worse and worse and worse, and lots of Catholics are going to be persecuted and executed as well. And that is a huge part of why Robert Gatsby is doing what he's going to do, because he feels like there's almost no other choice to remove the ones in charge in Parliament, because he said he wants to kill the king, but it's not just that, it's the whole Parliament. You have that scene where, you know, the agents of the king are coming into Robert Gatsby's house, and they're threatening him with a sword, and they're threatening his family, and it's just very, very hard for him. But I think by doing this, they're really pushing him to a point of no return where he's more and more determined to blow up the parliament and to kill the king. And that is it for this History Police video. I really hope that it's giving you kind of a taster, that you want to know more. If you have any questions about the Gunpowder Plot, or if you would like me to do a longer video on this in my What the Hell history section, what actually happened, I'd be happy to oblige. But please leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Please do watch the miniseries and let me know as well what you think of the whole show, because it's not perfect, but there's definitely something here, I think, by shifting our focus from Guy Fawkes to these other men, that makes the whole thing a more human experience, and that creates some complexity behind the Gunpowder Plot and the Gunpowder Plotters. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'll see you next time in another video. I'm so grateful for your support and all you do for this channel. Thank you so very much. Bye!